cord, and I'm here to tell you that left a lot of people wondering, I should say, with what the hell is going to happen with Sophie. Well, I'm here to tell you, Sophie just made an unbelievable announcement, big time announcement. She got a new job. Yes, during the season. So this job that she got will be taking place during the 2026 season. This is a big, big story. Just like I told you guys, everybody is going to be talking about this tomorrow or in the next coming hours. I promise you, I can guarantee you.
Major news is breaking around Sophie Cunningham and her future in the WNBA. As of now, the Indiana Fever have not extended any contract offer to her, which means she is fully available in free agency.
About this tomorrow or in the next coming hours. I promise you, I can guarantee you this. Now, this is how I found out about this story. Yahoo Sports, an hour ago, stated Sophie Cunningham announced that she will join USA Network's coverage of the WNBA this season as a contributor. Sophie Cunningham to be a contributor for USA Network during the WNBA season. One comment that says Sophie Cunningham will be an incredible as a commentator. The Fever better re-sign her. Now, I don't know what this.
She could sign with any team in the league, or she could stay in Indiana if a deal gets worked out within the coming days. Things got clearer for the Fever's roster when the team locked in Lexi Hall for the 2026 season and also secured Kelsey Mitchell, who will reportedly earn around $1.4 million, which works out to roughly 20% of the new $7 million salary cap.
I don't know what this means about the Fever re-signing her, but this is telling me Sophie Cunningham is about to get another bag to secure her finances, possibly for the 2026 season. I don't know what type of offer the Fever is going to give her. We don't know what type of offer any other team is going to give her, but this is a telltale sign that she's protecting the bag, and she's going to get the bag by any means necessary. Let's finish reading some of these comments.
Those two moves left a lot of fans wondering what direction the organization plans to go with Cunningham. Well, Cunningham did not wait around.
Comments before we get into this article, because it is an article that go hand in hand with this. Somebody said funny white. I don't want to even get into that. Y'all know how I feel about that. Why? She's unqualified and tries to beat up people. Use a hater. Tell you she isn't a good player. Whatever. That's hater. AKA she got back to the practice and realized she passed her prime. I don't know. Her knee must still be jacked up. I don't know. And that is a good question. Because we know last year Sophie Cunningham did get hurt.
She announced through Instagram that she will be joining USA Network as a contributor for their WNBA studio coverage during the 2026 season. In her own words posted on social media, she is back with a new team.
It hurt. And her knee, she got hurt pretty bad. But let's get to this article before we get to some of these silly-ass comments. So this right here says Sophie Cunningham lands new job before WNBA free agency. Bro, this is crazy. It goes on to say Sophie Cunningham will technically represent two teams this upcoming WNBA season. Now, she averaged 8 points, 3.5 rebounds per game in the 2025 season. Now,
the video she shared showed her in an Indiana Fever jersey, which has people speculating about whether a return to the Fever could still happen on top of this broadcasting role. Yahoo Sports confirmed the USA Network announcement, and the reaction across social media was immediate.
Now, regardless of where she'll end up this season, Cunningham should receive a nice payday since the salary cap increased to $7 million. If you guys did not see the live, we broke it all down. How the salary cap is going to work. Kelsey Mitchell more than likely going to get the $1.4 million. Based off what I researched earlier today after the live, it's year 4 for Aaliyah Boston. She do one between $900,000 to like $1.2 million. Then we got
many fans praised the move, calling her a natural fit for commentary work given her personality and knowledge of the game. On the basketball side, Cunningham averaged 8 points and 3.5 rebounds per game during the 2025 season.
Caitlin Clark, she's getting $500,000 off the rip. She was the first-time WNBA all-team two seasons in a row. We know that Kelsey Mitchell 1.4 is 20% of the salary cap. Lexi Hall looked like she finna get her bag. Lexi Hall bag is going to be anywhere from 300,000 all the way up to 600,000. She finna get paid. Now, I've been a big advocate for Lexi Hall getting her money. As much as I love Sophie Cunningham, she's from my home state here in Missouri.
While those numbers are solid, they are a step down from her earlier years when she was a starter, putting up closer to 10 to 15 points a night. Her knee injury last season also raised questions about where her game is headed physically.
Lexi deserved her money first. She been here. She was drafted by the Fever. As much as we love to celebrate Sophie Cunningham, I'm not saying Sophie don't deserve a bag. Sophie gonna get about 300. But the thing is the Fever gonna give her the 300? They might be like, we're gonna give you 2 and some change. That is very possible. Because at this point with Sophie Cunningham, she is.
When it comes to what kind of contract she might land, the raised salary cap opens up possibilities. A figure somewhere around $300,000 seems realistic, though whether the Fever or another team offers that remains to be seen.
Going to be the big four. Now, as you can imagine, for somebody like me that's a big Sophie Cunningham fan, hello, darkness, my old friend. I come to talk to you again. I don't know how this is going to work out to get my Soph back on the Indiana Fever. They're going to run out of money. Let's just be real. Now, something to point out here, and we got to be real.
Some think Indiana might come in lower, given that she is in the later stage of her career and coming off an injury year.
This does not mean for sure they're keeping Lexi Hall. All it does is it means they have the opportunity to match any offer that's given to Lexi. Well, what if somebody comes out and gives Lexi a $950,000 offer? $1 million offer? What is your cap for bringing Lexi Hall back? I would think my cap is around $700,000.
Other players whose situations are still up in the air include Ari McDonald, Natasha Howard, and Bree Turner.
I would think my cap is around $700,000, which is what, about 150, and I'm just spitballing here, 150,000 more than the league average. We're going to give her $1 million or something like that if she's offered it, and she probably won't be. But if you're a expansion team and you're the Chicago Sky devoid of talent.
Lexi Hall, who was drafted by the Fever and has been a loyal part of the organization, is expected to land somewhere between $300,000 and $600,000, and there is a strong argument that her loyalty and contributions earn her that payday before anything else gets sorted out.
There are teams out there that the Connecticut Sun. There's a lot of squads out there that's got no talent that somebody like Lexi Hall would be huge for, where she actually becomes the second or third option instead of the fourth option on the team. The Fever are running it back with their big three. Who is this? Robin Lundberg. Yeah. Running it back with their big three. The Fever's
Year 4 of Aaliyah Boston's career puts her in line for somewhere between $900,000 and $1.2 million.
The Fever's first moves in the WNBA free agency were expected, but nonetheless, they signal a commitment to the team's existing core, specifically as it pertains to Kelsey Mitchell, who, unlike fellow All-Stars Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, was once again a free agent. Indiana was true to their word in making her first priority during this compressed offseason and quickly extended a core qualifying offer to Mitchell, locking her in on a one-year, $1.4 million.
Caitlin Clark, coming off back-to-back All-WNBA second-team selections, is set to earn around $500,000 as a base.
Locking her in on a one-year, $1.4 million Supermax, if it remains a core designation, while securing exclusive negotiating rights. In addition, the Fever also made a restricted qualifying offer to Lexi Hall, making her a restricted free agent, meaning the team can match any offer she receives. It seems to be a safe bet. The team also views Hull as an integral part of the roster. I agree. And will retain her
What stands out most about Cunningham's situation is the way she is handling it.
part of the roster. I agree. And will retain her services, with her hustle and outside shooting serving as a natural complement to the squad's superstars. Of course, they're looking to build a foundation. There has been concern from some fans about how the new CBA agreement would impact the Fever's free agency, as the new EPIC provision makes Boston max eligible now, and with Clark reaching that status next season. This means a large portion of the salary.
Rather than sitting and waiting on a team to decide her fate, she locked down income through a media role and kept herself visible and relevant.
Reaching that status next season. This means a large portion of the salary cap could be taken up by the team's top 3 players moving forward. Clearly, the Fever brass believes keeping Mitchell, who played her entire career in Indiana, is coming off her best season, is worth having to be more creative in constructing the rest of the roster. This is something Clark has already made apparent she agrees with. Look, the moment that Caitlin Clark went on in NBC on Sunday Basketball Night in America,
Whether a Fever deal follows or she ends up elsewhere, the move shows she is looking out for her financial future no matter what happens on the court.